Alright, will this thing ever be done? No, it never will be done because it sucks. Um, so I've got my wood chips, my box is built, filled in this entire area here. Hopefully that grapevine will do something this year. So this is, I guess, my run at it with the Back to Eden garden. One funny thing I found out is that I guess I am like a year and a half or 2 years behind the ball on this one. So I've been watching all these YouTube videos, getting everyone's ideas, putting together, enjoying everyone's videos, and so I was like, hey, I'll make a couple of videos, and it turns out that I am actually way behind everyone else. So I sounded pretty ignorant in the past couple of videos, but you won't be able to see those because as soon as I get inside, I'm going to delete those, and I'll leave the previous one to this, and then this will be technically my second video. So I did my Back to Eden garden, my garden boxes. Here, I'm still debating whether I want to build that fifth box where I'm standing now, or if I want to build two cold frames. What I'm gonna do with that is redid my bathroom upstairs. Now I got two extra shower doors. So I don't know. I've kind of been looking around, seeing what people have done, what their thoughts are on that, because they're not clear. So I mean, there's a lot of soap scum on there, so I don't know if a lot of that'll wash off or not. But whatever, I'll give it a shot. And I haven't built them yet because I'm still waiting to see where the sun's going to be at come, March or end of March or April time frame. So chips are down. I spent the afternoon here wetting them down. Hopefully I can give them a jump start because it is pretty dry. I know we haven't got any moisture since I laid them down, and I figured I'll let everything kind of compost or start burning up here for me. Worked out pretty well. Had enough dirt from doing hugelkultur underneath the beds that I was able to combine the dirt with everything else and put a good 4 inches, I guess, of wood chips on everything. So each box has about 4 inches, and then I'm working on building up the ground. So I was going to build another box, but looking back over this way, I filled up this entire area with wood chips. So I'm like, why in the hell am I going to build another box? I'm going to just plant it straight into the ground back here. Oh yeah, that's why. Because of those two little jerks that like to pee on everything. We'll see how it goes. So here is my almost never going to be finished hugelkultur / raised sustainable prepper Back to Eden garden. Oh, there was a comment on the previous video, and I already responded to that, about the plastic being on the inside of the bed and how it's going to suffocate my ground. I'm not, got me thinking, isn't that kind of what container gardening is? And you never really hear about issues of the soil dying. So I don't know, I guess now I'm not too concerned about the plastic liner being on the first bed here. I didn't put plastic liners on any of the other beds, but that's neither here nor there. Only time will tell. So we'll see how it goes from there. So from now on, I will try not to make any more stupid comments on here because I am a year to 3 years behind everyone else. So any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to ask. Tell me if I'm asked backwards, doing it wrong, or whatever. So okay, here's the setup again. So right now we are facing north, and so my boxes are set up this way. On the back of each box I built little trellises. That way I can make the vines grow up there. But now I'm kind of worried, since I filled up that entire back area, on how, if it'll shade anything out. Oh well, we'll find out here in a minute. I forgot how high the sun gets and how much shadowing there is, but whatever. I did take some wood chips and I threw them back in that corner. Like I said, I'd put an apple tree, so I threw a big pile of wood chips back there, and I letting it kind of soak into the ground because the nursery doesn't get trees in until April, I believe. I don't know. I'll just keep an eye on it. The lady at the nursery did say they're going to get some grafted tomato hybrid plants, if that makes any sense or if that sounds familiar. I have no idea, but she said give it a shot, see what happens. I guess they take an existing tomato plant that they've started from seed, and then they graft something else onto it, and it's supposed to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. Very well, might as well buy one plant of that and give it a shot. It's worth a shot. I mean, who knows? Everything else I'm trying to buy, heirloom seeds, like that way I can save my seeds this year and never have to, hopefully never buy them again. I was actually thinking about doing 2 apple trees now, one in the back and then one in the front. That way when I'm running out the door, I can just swing over and grab an apple, eat it on the way to wherever I'm going. Then of course my apple's back here. What else? Holding off on the beekeeping. I know I talked about putting one back there, but I opened my mouth before I checked prices, and I refuse to spend $100 or more on some bees that are going to swarm on me, I guarantee it. So instead, and they say not to do this when you're a beginning beekeeper, I'm going to trap a swarm, and that way when it does swarm and flies away from me, I won't be asked out $100 or plus dollars. So I'll just keep surfing Craigslist, seeing if anyone's getting rid of a cheap beekeeping setup beehive, and go from there. I think that's it. So if anyone has any comments on cold frames, cold boxes, or little greenhouses, please help me out here, because they'll be pretty similar to those boxes, and then I'll make it to where those lids just lay on top of them, and then when the full season, I'll start everything in there, transplant it into the boxes, and then into the open space. But then I'll make the lids removable. That way I can still leave things in the box, and those will be my other boxes. I guess my other grow boxes. So that way I don't have like a tiny little box just sitting around vacant for the most part. I'll have 2 large boxes once I take that glass off in the summertime and utilize that. And I got one inside. I don't know if I've never done it before, but taking a cutting off of a grapevine and starting a new plant. So it is February 4th, and I tried it now. So it's sitting inside in a cup with like sand and mulch, or I don't know what the hell, compost in there. I don't know. I just kind of grabbed a bunch of crap off the floor and threw it in there, and then took that hardwood cutting off of my grapevine and just shoved it in there in hopes that it would eventually sprout roots in a few months. I'm not looking for it to sprout tomorrow, but hopefully I can do something with it. I'll have to research it more and figure out how to do it. I guess that's the way I like to do things, is just jump in and do it first and then ask questions later, and then bang my head against the wall for doing it wrong 10 times before I get it right. Oh well. What else? I think that is it. So here is my final product, almost final, never going to be finished final product. Just pretend like those 2 pieces of shower door will be laying down, sitting on top of 17-inch boxes, or maybe higher, so the dogs don't jump on them. And then pretend like there's tomatoes and peppers and chilies and corn and squash, and watermelon, cantaloupes, and everything under God's green earth growing in flush abundance here, and I'll never have to worry about it again. I don't know if I said this right. I did water it down already, so hopefully that gives it a jump start, because if I told you in my last video that underneath all those wood chips there's a bunch of leaves that I gathered, yeah, those are pretty dry and not a whole lot of composting going on. So let's see if I can catch up and get ready for this season, because I would really hate to have to scrape off all those scrape off all the wood chips lay down a nice layer of soil, and then throw the bushes back on top and go from there. So hopefully, and the dogs love it. This is the greatest thing in the world for them. Although I did find a turd sitting over there this morning, so it didn't work out as planned, but at least I'm not finding huge turds. So I already told them no, and I talked to them and said, help me out here, fellas. We're going to grow food over here, so we can't be pooping over here. Take your poop over there with the rest of it. Leave this for our food. Alrighty, that's it. And one more shot of the retards. That's them. Alright, bye.